Good morning, all you beautiful people in the light, and all you love streamers out there on Facebook, YouTube, Zoom, wherever you are. We welcome you to our center here, the Center for Spiritual Living Charlotte. I am your host this morning, Horace. And if this is your first time, we are delighted that you have chosen to join us today, because with modern technology, we are extremely grateful that we can have this opportunity to touch so many lives, especially through social media such as Zoom and Facebook, as we share these wonderful happenings at CSO Charlotte. So please feel free to visit our website, csoCharlotte.org. You can put in a prayer request and subscribe. We add our recordings to our website each week. So let us tell you more about us. Here at the Center for Spiritual Living Charlotte, we are a new thought community, living in ancient wisdom philosophy based on the science of mind. So this science of mind philosophy was developed in the early 20th century by writer and lecturer Ernest Holmes. Dr. Holmes was a man on a mission. He studied many truths from all of the world's religious traditions and spiritual paths. Holmes developed a fresh new way for us to look at ourselves and how we fit into our world. And so, at CSO Charlotte, we strive to do just that, because here at CSO Charlotte, every philosophy is honored, along with every race, sexual orientation, and physical distinction. This is a diverse community. There are many paths to the divine. We can call it God, peace, love, spirit, infinite mind, or the I am presence. It really doesn't matter what you call it. This is your power that resonates within you. You do not have to leave your philosophy or nature of knowledge. You can just join us anytime. We recognize and refer to many holy scriptures, such as the Bible, the Quran, the Torah, the Upanishads, and the Bhagavad Gita. And that's just to name only a few. Our vision here at CSO Charlotte is to continue a spiritual community, creating and preparing a succession of future leaders who can fully integrate, teach, and expose the science of mind principles, messages, and practices that strengthen mind, body, and the spirit of individuals. One of our aims here is to create a high collective consciousness for everyone in this community. We teach everyone the tools to do just that. So come and join us as we meet each Tuesday evening at 6 p.m. And you're going to find out more about that later on when we talk about opportunities, because we have an awesome time on Tuesday as well. So welcome everyone, and enjoy our service as we celebrate this powerful being which lives within each and every one of us. So now, before I pass the mic over to our illustrious spiritual leader, Reverend Rosedale, I want to leave you with this thought. To shine your brightest light is to be who you truly are. And that is from Roy T. Bennett. To shine your brightest light is to be who you truly are. And with that thought, I'm going to pass the mic over to our fabulous, fearless, illustrious leader, Reverend Rosedale.
Well, my goodness, Horace, you are phenomenal, phenomenal, phenomenal. You know just as well as I know that you good at what you do. So I have to tell you, you the man with the master plan. You even came up with your quote that you didn't even have to look for such a last minute detail. Oh, you're awesome. That's Horace the Bush, y'all. Okay, the MC of CSL Charlotte. So anyway, welcome to CSL Charlotte, everyone in YouTube land and wherever else you see us. First of all, let me just let you know that we celebrate that mind, body, and spirit that Horace talked about, that lives within us, that we carry each and every day. But you know what's really the deal? The talk title is about being in the light, but today we're going to shine our light big and bright because it's unique to every one of us. So let me just tell you what we do when we first get started is we open up with a affirmative prayer. And in this affirmative prayer, it just sets the tone for us. So right now, as we set the tone and get prepared for today's talk, I got this fabulous person, the heartbeat of CSL Charlotte. She is our prayer tree arborist. She is our emeritus practitioner. She is Maureen Thurston, aka Mo. And let me tell you, she's such a team player that is just unreal. So this morning, everybody is on the platform as not as planned, but still spirits moving on, right? So we got to just see how fabulous we are as people. Oh my God. So anyway, I can't do anything better. I can't even think of nobody else better that's going to open us up today in the talk, My Unique Life. Mo, do it, girl.
Good morning, everyone. So let's just take a quick moment here to just turn within to that quiet place that resides within each and every one of us, where spirit is always present, always leading us, guiding us, guarding us, and protecting us, and showing us the way. And as I know that this is our truth individually, I know that collectively, that this amazing service for CSL Charlotte is blessed beyond any type of measure. I know that everything within this service is cohesive, that it runs smoothly and easily for all of the people listening in. I know that what is ours to hear, we take into our hearts, and it brightens up our day. As we go in and through the rest of this day, I know that we are blessed. I know that this message carries us through, empowers us, enriches our lives. And I know that all of this is accomplished with ease and with grace because Spirit is at the helm. So as I release this and let it go, I know that it is already manifested within each and every one of our lives. And together we simply say, and so it is.
Whoa, and so it is. Thank you so much, Mo, for that beautiful opening prayer. So now what we know is I can definitely bring up our reader now. And now, as we bring up our reader, I want to tell you a few things about this reader. He's the type of person that you would have seen a couple of years ago and said, oh, he's kind of like a recluse. He doesn't really, oh boy. He opened that light. He started buffering up the light on him. So he shines that light, man. He's the light maker. So anyway, I'm going to tell you, he's going to do our reading today. And after you hear our wonderful Alan, he's the A-team. He's the right-hand man of this community. I'm telling you, he does so much stuff as far as AV and all that good stuff. But after he finishes his reading, this man, we're going to hear something that relates to the talk. And it is This Little Light of Mine by Caleb, right? Anyway, Kelsey and Caleb. And so the two of these people added to our service. Alan's reading adds to our service because he's talking about something that has to do with our unique light as well. So with that, give you no further ado, let's get Big A up here.
Well, good morning, everybody. The title of my reading today is Be Uniquely You, written by Melody Beatty, from her book, More Language of Letting Go. We will discover the nature of our particular genius when we stop trying to conform to our own or to other people's models, learn to be ourselves, and allow our natural channels to open. Shakti Gawain. We have much in common with each other, and recovery, growth, and change are strengthened by honoring these similarities. But each of us is unique. We each have our own strengths, weaknesses, gifts, vulnerabilities, our own personalities. The purpose of spiritual growth is not to eliminate the personality. It is to refine and enhance it, and allow each of us to express ourselves creatively. We are not meant to be just like anyone else. Comparison will leave us uncomfortable, either on the side of pride or of inadequacy. You are you. The wonder of life comes in finding your own rhythm to the dance, your own way of seeing the world, your own brushstroke, phrase, or special combination. There is an old story about a writer who goes to his teacher and says, "Teacher, all the stories have already been told. There is no need for me to write. Everything that needs to be said has already been written." "It's true that there are new ideas," the teacher said. "The universal lessons have been taking place for a long, long time, and the same themes have influenced humanity since time began. But no one sees that story through your eyes, and no one else in the world will tell that story exactly the way you will. Now return to your desk, pick up your pen, and tell the world what you see." The beauty of the world lies both in our differences and in our similarities. Allow the beauty that is channeled through you to be flavored with your own special perspective on the world. There's a difference between ego and personality. Drop the ego. Let your personality, in all its glories and foibles and eccentricities, come shining through. Respect how much you have in common with other people. Then be uniquely you. God, thank you for making me unique. And so it is.
Wow, that was fabulous. Be uniquely you. Oh my God. So Alan here is going to go into the music for us. And you know, always after the reading, you hear that beautiful song, you're going to really feel it. I have to laugh. I'm just in a good mood today, guys. And I'm also digging our technology, because that's what we use. Isn't that right, Alan?
Yep.
So anyway, we are about to hear This Little Light of Mine. So anyway, let's take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, just think about for a minute, this little light of mine. It's nothing more than that spirit that is in each and every one of us. And it is who we are. That spirit is who we are. That light is unique to everything and everyone on the planet. There are no two lights that are exactly alike. Trust me on that one. So just think about how this little classic song, This Little Light of Mine, has gone so many years without people even knowing how important it is that we really are light beings. Oh my God, what I'm learning right now about how light is already in our bodies and how we can heal in our bodies, we can get into that later. But oh my God, just think about light today. Your unique light. And as we do that, let's just prepare for the talk, My Unique Light. So what I'm going to do first is take a gratitude moment. And I'm going to say to Horace the Bush, thank you so much. Our MC, you really are awesome. You the man. You know, you hold us together. You understand? So you the man. You just keep doing what you do. And then for our reading, Alan, he brought our reading to life with Be Uniquely You. So I think that was so there. Because you got a unique light, so it might as well be you, right? Okay, so that's how that goes. And then Mo, that prayer, you really opened it up. And I even feel my unique light. I can feel it just pulsating. So thank you so much for that fabulous prayer. So it was all just so wonderful. So that being said, I'm also going to keep this little gratitude that I got in my heart while we continue, because all this week I've been hearing all these different healings from people, and that's just that light in them, healing them. And it's just so wonderful. I get so excited about that. It's really, really important to think about that unique light of yours. Because here's the deal. Knowing that there's a light inside of us is going to really help us to really actually stay present, to be who we are, and to be where we need to be when we need to be there. Here's the deal. I got to ask you a question. How are you contributing to your life? Are you contributing to your life by hiding your light, hunkered down somewhere, or are you showing out big and bold of who you really are? Because if you're doing that, you're happy with yourself. If you're doing this, you're criticizing everybody. Ooh, I don't like her because, or I don't like him, and judging everybody. Do you want your unique light to be bold? I had a talk a couple of weeks ago when we talked about living out loud. Because let me tell you something, no matter where we go, no matter what we do, we are on life's center stage 24/7. Every single thing we do, you go to work, you're on the center stage of life. You're driving in your car, you're on the center stage of life. You're talking to your children. To them, you are the center stage. Do what you got to do. Show them the way, because there is no way in the world we can keep our children conscious of their light if we don't shine ours bright. You have a unique light. I have a unique light. And so we're going to take our light and we're going to shine it, just like Kelsey and Caleb just got finished singing to us. So anyway, that's the way that goes, And then also, you got to also know I like to interchange words, just like people invert numbers. Well, I do it with words. That's just me. So anyway, we get to decide on what we're going to do every day. We get to decide what we're going to wear. We get to decide that. Sometimes we allow other people to tell us things, what we're going to do and what we're going to wear. But that's when we start to hide the light. So there's a difference. You're living out loud or you're hiding your light. We want to be able to recognize that light that we have within us. So for that to be said, we are each blessed. Know that. I know people, if you're not there and you think that everything's going kind of crazy in your life right now, you say, this is a blessing? Yes. Whatever you're going through, you're blessed. Because why? First of all, your light is on this side of the ground. And you know what? I don't even like to say of the ground anymore, because not everybody goes into the ground. So on this side of the veil, your light is shining still. Keep it bright. So why not radiate? And how do you get to do that? Because see, this is one of the things I know for me. I look at my unique light all the time. I actually take time to really say to myself, what is my unique light? I do. And I may not call it the unique light every day. The talk title is unique light. Sometimes I say, what is Spirit saying through me? How is Spirit living through me? But today, we're going to use my unique light. And so, you know what I think about my unique light is I think about being the leader of this beautiful, magnificent spiritual community. I think about being a spiritual coach. I think about being a nutrition coach. I think about all these wonderful things that I do for the members of the people that I serve every day and every week. That's my unique light. What about you? What is yours? When you think about you, what are things you do? You have a unique light. Use it. You can't have mine. I can't have yours, but we all got a light. And you know what else I learned also about me the other day? I said, now you've even taken healing to a whole new scientific level, because I'm rooted in science and spirituality. Now I'm really saying, oh my God, this world is coming up really big time, and Spirit needs me to be there. shining my light to do that. Think about it. What's your light? How are you shining it? How are you living it? Because that's really what it's going to need to be boiling down to. Everything I do falls under one little umbrella, and it serves all people. And another big thing, it helps people in all types of pain. Some people are in financial pain. I help them with that. Some people in personal relationship with themselves pain. There's so many types of pain. Some people are in I can even help people in bodily pain. So what I'm saying is that's my unique light. What do you do? I got to keep saying that because I got to keep throwing it back onto you. I got to keep you seeing you. I see me. I talked to Alan this morning on the way here, and I love talking to Alan. And I just said, I get it. I am so patient. So many people are doing things this way, that way. They're doing what they're doing, but I am not willing to let my light go dim to try to do something. Nor, here's the thing, a lot of people apologize for being happy because somebody else is not happy. No, that's what? Hiding your light. Live out loud, unapologetically. And you know what? When you're doing that, and you're doing that genuinely, and you're also doing it authentically, you are living your unique light. And that's what it's really all about for us. It's really all about us having this wonderful, unique light. And here's another thing I like to ask myself when I'm going into something new to do. Can my efforts be real and truthful and honest? Or am I just posing for the camera? I got to question myself because, people like to do this. I'm going to teach you something else right quick. People live because of our filters that Alan said this morning. People got filters. That you were raised in a certain way, so this is the way you see it. But here's what I do know. I'm not going to say to myself, well, I had such a tough life, so now that means that because they did this to me, I can't change. I can't buffer my light thinking that way. I have to keep my light buffered by listening to all the chatter that I have in my head and controlling the direction of that chatter. I have that choice to do that. And if I don't take that choice to hold myself accountable to my own light, how can I expect you to hold your light? Because everybody's so fake and phony. And listen, I said that because a lot of times when I remember this, and I don't mind admitting it because I'm so grateful to be out of it. But I remember there was years that I would be around people that I would just go along to get along. You know what that means. I don't have to tell you no more. I got tired of that. I don't do that anymore. But there is no more going along to get along. It is, how, Rosedale, can you make your efforts be real, truthful, honest, authentic, and genuine? I don't even have to answer. I don't wait for an answer. It shows up in my actions. I walk into the store. I leave my house happy. I'll go into the stores. I'm going to say, hello, good morning. And if somebody's looking like whatever, I still say hello because Spirit told me to. Case in point, on Friday, I went in to teach my yoga class as usual, and I was going in there early before everybody got there because I had to set up my iPad onto the internet because I got some new system going on, and I wanted to do something different with my iPad, right? And Dr. Wanda here started talking about it. So I said, well, we're going to start using you. So I took it out the closet, right? So here we go. I get to the yoga class, and I'm always quiet by myself in there. But what do I see? But this young lady sitting there, she's just practicing, just stretching and doing whatever she does. That's Brooke. Brooke happens to be here this morning. And I'm going to tell you, the reason why I'm telling you this story is because Spirit, that light and spirit, connects us. And I'm so glad that I'm a minister because I have to do a talk every single week. And what happens is I'm living it the week before all the time. Okay, so this is what excites me so much. So I'm thinking about, so as she was talking, no, I don't know how we started talking. All I know is that I kept playing with the iPad trying to get it going while I'm talking to her, but I couldn't focus anymore because now I'm starting to get all spirit. See, when I start feeling spirit, nothing physical makes any sense to me. I just, whatever. So then she took it from me and she ended up helping me with my iPad. But the thing is, those lights, she's never there like that in the morning. And the beauty of it all is spirit brought us together. And I said in my mind as she was talking, you see, that light and her light brought the two of you together. Because she began talking about things like mind, body, spirit. And then I also know that she was feeling her spirit because she said, I'm staying for your class today. She never stays. It's nothing personal, but I see her in passing often, and I say hi, but she stays on my mind at least a good 5 minutes because I say, I say something like, what a breath air. What do you call that word when you say? What a breath of fresh air, I say when I see her. I'm serious because that's the personality that she pushes out there, and that's her light. I see her light. I've seen her light before I saw her light Friday. So she doesn't know that. Because she probably would think I was weird. No, I'm just, no, she wouldn't. But anyway, I laugh at myself a lot, guys. I'm serious. You should see me in the car. I'm constantly doing that because I have to do that. When I make myself laugh a lot, I just happy. I'm happy around everybody. And so the silly little things I do, I laugh at. I think it's fun, right? But anyway, long story short, that's what I found out. I learned that you didn't come here today to fix your iPad. You came, as I was driving home, this the chatter. See, I control the chatter. See, I was telling you like how we're going and doing things, and now we got a chatter going on. Yeah, I know. But I tell the chatter what I want to talk about. I said, you know what? You did not go there to fix your iPad. You went in there to meet that light that's in there. So she's a powerful light because after after the class was over, she said she loved it, and she loves to say that word, you know. I watch people. Groovy, she says, I love it. She says that all the time. She doesn't even recognize that she's saying that she's so in love. So I mean, what do you do? That's that light in her. That's her light. And when I hear that word love, I'm attracted. You know, it's so interesting. The word love matches with the word light. This unique light of mine recognizes the unique light of Brooke, of Melissa, of Ruby, of each and every one of us. Because why? It's unique. And they're unique. Horace the Bush, Alan, we're all unique lights. And we need to recognize ourselves. That's what the talk is really all about. So each of us, remember this, we're on the stage 24/7. Don't forget it. So make it your best. Not going in there like this. You're coming in every room like this. And that is, Brookie knows what I mean by that, because that is when I talk in our class, I'm always saying, heart is open, baby. Push it forward. Bring them shoulder blades back. Because that's living out loud. You see what you do, mind, body, spirit. Oh, another thing, she heard mind, body, spirit a lot. Because mind, body, spirit is that light, but the mind and the body connects. So what am I going to do? Make sure I don't cover my light. My light shines. I call this the heart light. And it's out there. And I'm always imagining that I'm shining. That I'm, just see a big ray of light. No, I'm laughing at something Melissa said. Now I'm looking at the reflection behind me back there. I have to tell you guys, I just have to speak it out like that. But really, It's so important. We got a unique light. What is yours? Are you hiding behind somebody else? Are you being so kind? Okay, remember I mentioned earlier how we have a tendency to living through the filters that we were taught. So they say, be kind to others. Give them first before you give yourself. Well, you know what that does for me? It turns me into a doormat, and I will not do that. And you don't have to do it either. Don't apologize for being who you are and being happy within yourself. Because your light is unique. Please let everybody see it. Your light keeps you healthy. Please acknowledge it. Your light is life. Because why? It is spirit. Spirit is life. If you didn't think that, you got to know it now. And let me tell you something else about my light. My unique light is called divine love. I call it divine love because what I generally do is I say, that's my first love. You know what? This body, this divine body that I inhabit is actually divine love to me. And so that's my light. I have to take care of this body. I am charged with taking care of my mind, my body, and my spirit. And I want to introduce you to something that's very, very important, my friend, spiritual practice. Right? My friend, spiritual practice. Because if I didn't do that as I'm driving, as I'm walking up and down the road, as I'm greeting people, if I did not think to keep this body healthy, this mind healthy, the spirit light shining, and I see the difference. There's a contrast for the Rosedale from 20 years ago, 30 years ago, I would say, to now. Go back when you get home and look at your old pictures and say, that's when I was, and do this. Don't do this. I was so sad then. No! Yes, you were. Yes, I was. That was. Now, I'm shining my light. I'm living big. I'm bold. I'm beautiful. I'm phenomenal. And I am unapologetic about it. Because that little light that shines in me shines in you. And I want you to know, while you let that light shine in you, that's how come I recognize you. While I let this light shine in me, that's why you recognize me. And that's what makes it all so good. So I'm going to tell you a little something else. All about that chatter I was talking about. Well, listen, our mind has a tendency, as I wrap up, let me just tell you this. Our mind has a tendency to go 24/7. It just chats all day. So if we know it's doing that, then we need to control it by making the conversation go our way. Usually, if it's not going our way, guess what we're hearing? Oh, I can't believe he did this to me. Oh, I can't believe she said that to me. Oh, That's dimming your light. Oh, wow, that was so great when you met her today. She made your day. You know what you really went in there for. You went in there because you went to meet a new light. And see, when you start making those conversations at the end of the day, going home and you're alone after all the people you got to greet and speak to and do all the things you got to do and hear all the news you got to hear all that, you now know, I got to keep that light shining. I can't come back out of here like this. And the reason why I'm saying that is because this next song is about talking to the chatter. And now the thing about this song is I know that it gives us some kind of idea that we're talking to God outside of us. But don't get that from that song. This song is talking to the God inside of you. So right here, right now, I think you need to give it a thought. And the name of this song is You Say. And when you hear this song, take it to heart and make sure you remember to talk like that this week to yourself. Wow. She said, I believe. What she believes is what she says to herself. You say I am strong when I think I am weak. No, 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 no. Change that chatter. You're right. I am strong. I am living my life boldly, unapologetically. So I know we have this thing down pat. So remember, we got this little light of ours, and it's unique, and it belongs to us. Shine it. Live out loud. Be authentic. Be real. Be who you are. But listen to that voice inside your head, and don't let it control what you're feeling inside. Well, you know what I like to say, a community that prays together stays together, but that was Mo. And let me see what I like to say. Oh, I like to say, if you have not received a prayer from Mo, you did not put in a prayer request. She's like chomping at the bits to say a prayer for us. Anybody, go to cslcharlotte.org, put in your prayer request, and you will get one back. But that's the only way you're going to get it. So come on, guys, get out there and get yourself a prayer. So that all being said, this is a special time right here. Oh, it would have been, but it's okay. We're going to still do it.
Yeah, we
can still do it. Okay, cool. Yeah, everything is done what it's done, but we're going to be all right. We have a birthday boy in our midst, our pilot, Timmy P. This is his birthday week. So from that said, guys, let's give him a hoochie choochie happy birthday. And guess what? We don't have to show him again because he's the pilot. He's watching this. He's going to turn this on and see it anyway. So we really did not lose anything. We did not skip a beat. This always, oh my God, no matter how the service is starting up, it always turns out the way it's supposed to turn out. It is always good. I just love that. I love this stuff, man. You can't get it wrong, You can have a hiccup, but you can never get it wrong. Never, ever, 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 ever. So listen, remember this week with, what else am I missing? Oh, you know what? Gratitude. Guys, I need to make sure that our platform knows how fabulous they are, especially this platform today. Alan, he's the right-hand man. He had his mind to do a whole bunch of other things, and voila, here we go. He's doing this, and he's doing that, and he's putting another hat on. Thank you, Alan. Okay? All right. And then Horace, the bush. The man always comes up, and I said in my mind, he's not going to have a quote today. For this talk, because he wasn't prepared. So something happened, and he had to step up to the mat and become the MC. I tell you, when somebody's heart is in a place, and that's why when we get together in our community every Tuesday and Wednesday night, we sure us up. We're always ready. Because I always make sure we ask ourselves the same things I ask myself. How are you doing today? What are you thinking about? How are you going to show up in front of these people, Rosedale? Well, that's the same way I talk to all of our leaders. The same exact way. How are you going to do it? Because when you keep looking at you, guess what? You got something to be looked at. And oh my God. So anyway, that's Horace the Bush Allen. And then Mo stepped on up to the plate, decided, because something happened where Karen couldn't make it, and now Mo said, okay. But these are team players. And then, see, let's say the ball goes out of the field, but okay, somebody's going to come up and grab it and knock it right back into the game. We never lose, because that's who we are. We are CSL Charlotte. Okay, I had enough about that, because I get so excited when I got to give gratitude. I get so excited when things always work out. Always. I didn't say sometimes. I said always. They always work out, because we are dynamic group. I was going to say duo, but we can't say duo. We're a dynamic group, right? So that's why when we open up this place to be the way it is, right now, Alan and I are getting ourselves all ready. We're ready for all of you people. So when you are watching us on YouTube right now, that's fantastic. But pretty soon you will be in here. But we got to get ourselves ready in this particular arena right here so we can be ready for you to come and see us, and we can be on our P's and Q's. So I'm just grateful that we have all these things, because now I can really see the vision as us expanding in CSL Charlotte. I just see the big time vision. Did I miss anybody? Oh, no, wait.
Okay.
Oh, it's important. Melissa, she's always in there putting us up, spotlighting us, greeting the people, getting everybody into the meeting. We got Groovy. She's always making sure, you heard her in the beginning, oh, you know what? I'm muting everybody. Come on. She has to do that, because we got to keep the sound going all great with us and all that. We got all our people here always sitting there ready to hit that ball back in the field, because it's getting ready to go out left. Woo! Bring that ball back in. So it's a wonderful thing for us to think about. I use all these different examples and stuff like that. But did I do everybody, Alan? Mm-hmm. That's all right. This is my right-hand man. He's the other side of me. So anyway, this is what I want to just have us all remember today. I want us to remember that we have a unique light. I want us to remember to think about our unique light for the rest of the week, because you see, there's something I want to tell you about a wonderful woman, and her name is Irene. India Irie, that woman is phenomenal. But she's going to show you, she's going to teach you real quick in this last song before we get prayed out. Mm-hmm. Oh, before Mo prays us out. Okay, Rosedale, you get all your names mixed up, but you got it. Okay, so yeah, so India Irie, her powerful song, this last song, is going to be about that light, but she is living out loud, because she's calling herself that light. And so when you see this, don't think she's apologizing either for who she is. She's going to show you your own confidence. India Irie is a powerful singer. You don't want to sleep on this one. Guys, listen to this last song, because it's going to carry you through the week. And with something like this carrying you through the week, you cannot go wrong. So let's listen to this last song before Mo prays us out, and so it is. Woo! I am light. Wow. That I challenge you this week to be encouraged, to remember that you are not the things your family did. You are not even the mistakes you made. Remember I said it's back there? I'm talking about here, and where the light is today is where you are today. You can't go back there and apologize to nobody and kiss nobody to say, I'm sorry. You have to be that light today. So before Mo prays us out, make sure that you remember that this week. I really challenge you to really recall what you are, who you are, and whose you are, because whose you are is inside of you. And I will see you all. No, I won't. I will just let Mo pray us out.
Thank you, Reverend Rosedale, for all of your words of wisdom and for sharing everything that you do with us and for uplifting us on this Sunday. So as we close out this service this afternoon, I know that each and every one of us takes with us a different sense of beingness, a different sense of wholeness, and a different realization of who we are and what Spirit does within our lives. So I know that our day and this week ahead of us is blessed beyond any type of measure. I know that each and every one of us shine our light and touch the lives of those around us, as we always come from the heart. So as I release this service into the ethers, knowing that it is done, knowing that everyone got what they needed from it, and that it's been done with ease and grace. And so with a heart filled with joy and for appreciation for each and every one of you, I release this into that state of full creativity and the law, knowing that it is done, knowing it is already manifesting. And together we say, and so it is.
And so it is. So all I know is that this is a great service again. Thank you everyone for such a fabulous service and for being here together, always building our own power, building our light, building our spirit, our inner spirit, just building ourselves. So it's been a great time, guys, and another great day. So I'm going to say adieu. So everybody have a good day and enjoy it.